The morning dawns thick with fog. We can't see the cove we know is just 100 feet below our camp. Air temperatures are below freezing, and today we'll attempt our longest crossing, 17 miles across a windswept pass to Chuganadak. The conditions bring a knot to my throat, which I guess is my heart. Yesterday, we'd scoped out the near cliffs of Chuganadak through binoculars, mapping a hoped-for route. We'd been able to make out a big waterfall in the center of the opposite cliff wall, our target. If we get out there and the currents or winds are too strong for us to beat into, we'll be in serious trouble. Paddling for our lives, next stop, depending on the wind direction, Hawaii or Kamchatka. Packed and heavily loaded, we push off, just as high tide is peaking. The plan is to paddle to the steam jets at Kagamel's southern point, the closest point of land to Chuganadak, then sprint like mad, most likely ferrying into the wind to take advantage of any current that might help push us towards landfall. But with Barry and Sean out front, as soon as we clear the first point of land, the sprint begins. The gut decision has been made without consultation to just go for it, straight across the pass.
What's the weather report out here? Dangerous.
By the time Kagamel disappears in the fog behind us, with Chuganadak still buried somewhere in front, the sea is a cold mishmash soup. Wind-churned swells crash over the starboard. Scott struggles to keep our boat on course. 100 feet ahead, Barry and Sean zigzag, attempting to match compass readings to conditions. Every time we venture onto the sea, I flash to what must have been like for the Aleuts, who refined travel by kayak and created the shapes of the boats we are paddling. The Aleut word for the craft was ikyak. The Russians introduced the better-known Bydarka. Those early boats were extremely sophisticated. The cover was made from sea lion skins, pulled over a frame of whale bones, tied together with baleen and hinges carved from polished ivory or bone. As many as 60 small animal bones were strategically inserted into the framework as joints, so that every part of the ikyak was in motion as it moved across the sea. They carved double-bladed paddles from wood, similar in shape to the carbon fiber ones we use, and wore a sealskin shirt that fitted over the cockpit to keep out water, exactly like the neoprene and Kevlar devices we wear. Superior celestial navigation skills allowed the Aleuts to travel hundreds, even thousands of miles across open water. The best of them could sustain 10 miles an hour on the open ocean in boats ranging from 15 to 30 feet long. Many were lost at sea, and even the best hunter kayakers were sometimes overturned. Most often they went out with a partner, so that if one boat flipped, he could be pulled ashore by his friend. If caught in open sea by a long storm, several hunters would lash their boats together to ride it out. A village's and individual's strength was often expressed in the number of kayaks they owned. Their relationship with the sea shaped the Aleuts' psychology and quickened their minds. Over centuries, their bodies became fitted to the demands of the kayak. Wide shoulders, short legs. Kayak hunting on the open sea, the Aleuts' primary form of subsistence, is perhaps the most skilled and demanding form of hunting practiced by man. After sprinting for an hour, it seems like we might not reach Chuganadak at all. Arms are spent, feet numb. 4 hours after leaving Kagamel, the tall waterfall on Chuganadak emerges from the fog. We celebrate beneath its overpour, happy simply to have arrived.